Hello guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Rinschef in Rin's Kitchen. So today we're going to do baby food. Yes, baby food. So word of advice, this is from my personal doctor, Dr. Ann Viola. By the way, you can follow her channel. She also has a YouTube channel. You can follow, subscribe, and just listen to the insights that she has. Okay, back to our topic. Basically, today we're going to make baby food. And when you're making baby food, when you're introducing your baby to food, when you're weaning your child, it is advisable to start step by step. You just don't introduce all the feeds at the same time, because if your child has an allergy, you might not know. So the best way to determine if your child has an allergic reaction to any food is by giving them step by step, bit by bit. For example, you can start with bananas. In a few days you add potatoes. In a few days you add carrots. In a few days you add some spinach, until you get to the level where you can confidently say, my child does not have any allergic reaction to this particular type of meals. So I have done that with my children, and now they're able to eat at least a completely balanced diet. So like today, I'm going to feed them. I have potatoes, I have bananas, I have some carrots, I have the butternut, and then I have some kamande. Kamandes are very healthy protein-wise. And then I have some kidogo vegetables here. These vegetables are basically matawi za malenge, seveve in my native language, and some spinach. Yes, I just did not want my children to eat plain seveve or plain spinach. That is why I combined the two of them. And basically, when you're cooking malenge or butternut, it is advisable to cook with matawi ya malenge. I am not so sure of the reason why, but I just guess it beats logic. Same foods cooked together. So let's begin. So first of all, we're going to clean our butternut, then prepare it. For butternut and malenge, most of the health benefits are on the skin. So, what am I trying to say? If you're preparing this for your child, just try as much as possible not to remove the skin. Don't remove the skin until now you're blending your food or mashing it for your child to eat, so that at least you can get maximize on the nutrients. And then after you've diced your butternut, you remove the seeds. Just scoop them off with a spoon. You scoop off your seeds just like that. They come out easily, like so. So this is ready on its own. And then you remove the others also. So that this is what you have, a butternut or squash. And then we will go ahead and put it in our pan. We're going to use the double grill. So you just lay them facing up. I am putting my food separately just in case you need to store. Maybe if I would want to give them potatoes only tomorrow, or bananas only, or if I want to mix the carrots with some other feeds or food, then if they are all mixed, it will be a little tricky. So what I'll do, I'll just keep them separately in the pan. The same pan, but cooking them separately. This is also a way of saving costs, because you're killing all the birds with one stone. You see, I'm cooking bananas, I'm cooking the butternut, I'm cooking potatoes, and I also have carrots. So I'm just dicing my carrots so that I can place them in the pan also. And basically that's just it. So that is my pan already set, ready for the fire. I will put a little water, just a little, so that it more of steams than boils. And then once the water is dry, I will leave them a bit so that they can also get some roasty flavor, so that they can also be a bit roasted. Mainly when you just boil your food for your children, sometimes they might have issues feeding. So if you want them to enjoy their feeds, try to spice up your cooking. Sometimes you roast, sometimes you steam, sometimes you boil. Don't just boil all the time, because we have not yet started frying their food. So it will steam a bit because of the little water. Once the water dries, it will roast a bit. When I remove them, you will see some of the foods will be roasted, ni kama zimeanza kuungua kidogo ama kuturn color, so that at least they can give the food some different kind of flavor. So next we're going to put this on the fire, and then we give it 15 to 20 minutes. Our food will be ready for the next preparation step. 15 minutes later, and our food should be ready. Ukitaka kuconfirm, you start with the carrots zenye ni ngumu kuiva. So you see, zimeiva. They are ready. They are ready. So next we're going to prepare them to serve watoto. Don't mind about this water. Inafaa kukua. Supposed to be hapo. Haina shida. Okay. So now we'll put up our fire and start preparing them for the kids to eat. Preparing their meal. So remember, we said we are preparing in plenty so that we can have them on different days. That's why we prepared them separately. So but today ni siku ya butternut specifically. So the butternut, I'll serve all of it. Butternut nitaiserve yote, but sasa the potatoes and the bananas and the carrots ndio zitakuwa a little. So basically we want to remove the skin. Kazi ya ngozi imeisha. And just use your spoon again. Just remove all of it. Kama hii sasa una scoop. Ni moto. Na hatutaki kupoesha kwa sababu we'll serve the children zikikuwa bado na hii joto. We do not need kuipasha moto tena after blending. Just scooping off the butternut peke yake. End of the day, this is what you should have. And you may scoop the butternut, ukabakisha the skin, and do the same for this piece. So there we have our butternut. Then I'll add, say, 4 pieces of carrots. And bananas. Remember I told you, utaiacha ikae ni kama inajiroast. You see how it looks like? Yani ikae ni kama ilikuwa inaanza kuungua, so that pia ikuwe na the roasty flavor, so that it's not only steamed. So we'll add a few pieces, and the banana also. So with time, the more you feed your kids, the more you understand how much food they take. So like for me, I know this is enough for mine. Then you remember our veggies, put all of it. And then I'll put about 3 spoonfuls of kamande. So now I have been mixing my ingredients on a bowl, because if you happen not to have a blender, or if you have started feeding your kids mashed foods instead of blended, you can just go ahead and use your masher and mash them. You can go ahead and use your masher and mash them at this point. Just mash them together, then you can serve your children. But for my case, I am still blending their feeds. Not so much, because I'm trying to, how am I going to put it? Najaribu kuzifanya ziache kukua too soft, na at the same time zisikuwe too hard, wazoe before now I can start mashing peke yake. So ordinarily, if it's a child who's used to mashed foods, now like this is okay for them. But sasa hawa, I'll still have to blend it kidogo, because bado hatujazoea kutafuna vizuri. Again, when you're blending your children's food, you should also be careful about the type of blender you're using. Kuna blenders zingine haziwezi sustain to blend food. That blending your food, it crashes. So you also have to know your blender. So I'll put my mix in the blender. And then, point to note from my doctor, baby's food is not blended with milk. You blend it with water, because it's like your food. When you're eating your food, you keep blending it or mixing it with milk. Whatever you've mixed with milk, that is fine. But the normal food that you eat on a normal basis, you just blend it with water. And this is boiling hot water. I'm not using cold water again. That is also a point to note, because again it has to be clean water for the baby to take. So I'll just add a little water to make it blend worthy, and then I'll blend it. So this is what I have. I don't want it to be too smooth. Ikuwa katikati ya smooth na katikati ya rough. Because again, remember, I'm introducing them to unblended food. When you're still giving them blended, make sure you blend mpaka imekuwa fine kabisa. Then we'll go ahead and serve. So that is one serving. And that is another serving. And then, now this is optional. This is totally optional. It has nothing to do with how you should serve your kids. I'm just doing it for mine. You can pick a point or not. So, just to add flavor to my children's food, because again it is boiled food, I normally add some stew. So whatever stew we've had, chicken, fish, beef, na ikabaki kidogo, I normally keep it for the kids. Like now this is chicken stew. We just had it. So hii ni yenye ilibaki. I'm going to add some hot water again pia. Juu pia hatutaki wakule spices mingi, ama chumvi mingi, ama mafuta mingi. That is kama chakula yako iko na hizo vitu zote. So after adding some little water, then nitawaekea kidogo kidogo kwa chakula yao just to spice up their food. But now these spoons are heat reactive or heat sensitive. So ukitaka pia kujua kama chakula unapatia watoto wako imekuwa warm enough, iko warm enough, you don't need to warm it again. Ukiweka it changes color. You see it was color blue, now it's turning to pink, kukuonyesha your food is warm enough, your babies can have it that way. So I'm just mixing the beef, the chicken broth na hiyo chakula ndio wakule. You see, nakuonyesha your food is hot enough. So unaona hata this one, it is dark green. Kiweka ndani just to mix. Changanya chakula vizuri. You see ina change inakuwa light green also. Kumaanisha the food is okay. The babies can have it that way. You don't need to warm the food again, and the food has not gone cold. So next is to feed the babies. It is a little bit tedious or a lot of work to feed 2 babies. That is why I cannot record it and show you guys. But basically, this is their feed for today. And believe you me, they really enjoy their food. They really love it because it is very nutritious, very healthy, and it has some flavor. Haiko too flat kama boiled food. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Rinschef in Rin's Kitchen. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and please subscribe. Thank you so much for the love. Till next time with the next interesting episode